Hey, what's up, everybody? Gold Dizzy back at you with another video, and I just want to give a quick couple of thoughts on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. First and foremost, the biggest announcement to hit Raw probably this year so far, without a doubt, would have to be Edge's retirement. No one really saw this coming at all. Sure, wrestlers they get injured throughout their career. They heal, they come back, they they do it again. They get injured, they heal, they come back. That's just a vicious cycle that most pro wrestlers go through. But you look at a guy like Edge, and look at his storied career and where he's came from and where he is now, and you look at his age. He's not really. He's still got a lot of years left in the tank, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to lie, I haven't been a fan of Edge that much the last year or so. Ever since he came back at the 2010 Royal Rumble, I just haven't been much of a fan. It just seems like everything he's been doing since then has just been mediocre, hasn't been very entertaining. But that's not to say that he's been bad all of his entire career, because that's not the case whatsoever. Like I said, he has had an amazing career, and for me especially, I'm a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan for 20 plus years. I've seen Edge's career from the beginning and now to the end. His WWE career, that is, and it really sucks to see guys that you've watched your whole life leave, especially when it's not even their time to go yet. You know what I mean? It just sucks. But yeah, Edge is retired, and the good thing about this now is especially his promo that he gave last night, very good. But the one thing he said that will always stick in my mind is that at least he found out before he ended up in a wheelchair. And I'm like, wow, that's great. I mean, most wrestlers, and sorry for saying this, but most wrestlers probably would just continue to do what they're doing. Most of them don't listen to the doctors. You know what I mean? But Edge is taking the advice. He's retiring. That's the only thing he can do. But he had a great career. Nothing to be ashamed about whatsoever. Multi-time world champion, tag team champion extraordinaire. I mean, him and Christian, they invented the TLC match, along with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy and the Dudleys. But wow, I mean, Edge is gone. But it sucks to see. Let me know what you think in the comments about the retirement of Edge. But let's get to the other thing I want to talk about, and that is, well, the main event, the gauntlet match. Let's just fast forward real quick to the end of the match. You have R-Truth and John Cena in the end. I figured John Cena would be at the end. I kind of figured that. But I was hoping to see maybe a John Morrison or a Dolph Ziggler, wrestling him. But it was R-Truth out of nowhere. A guy that hasn't been seen for a little while. I mean, he wasn't at WrestleMania. I don't think he was on Raw the past few weeks, but he hasn't been around. And when he is around, he's usually jobbing. He's not really doing much. He's got a nice little move set and all that, but they're just not using him right. I don't really like his "what's up" gimmick. I just don't like that. But anyways, yeah, he comes out of nowhere, wins 2 matches in a row, and then goes on to get double DQ'd in the John Cena match, and then thrown into a triple threat match at Extreme Rules. I mean, just like that. I'm like, really? I mean, I'm not trying to say R-Truth the wrestler sucks, because R-Truth the wrestler, he is a good wrestler, but his gimmick needs a little work. Actually, he just needs a little bit of help from the WWE. The WWE needs to actually push him a little bit for the crowd to really get into him. Sure, the crowd's into him because of the song. I mean, they like singing the "What's Up." It's a catchy little tune. So that's why the crowd's always into it, right? But usually, R-Truth just really isn't looked at as a championship match contender kind of wrestler. He just isn't looked at as that. But anyways, enough rambling. I just think it's kind of weird how R-Truth ended up in the championship match at the next pay-per-view out of nowhere. Especially since he wasn't even on WrestleMania. He wasn't even on the card. We didn't even see him at the show. I mean, hell, they didn't even show him. I don't think they did. But anyways, this is Gold Izzy. Let me know your thoughts about the topics discussed. And, well, that's it. Peace.